We're here on KSOM, KS95, and we're talking high school girls basketball as Nodaway Valley prepares for the start to the new season. Brian Eisbach with us here, head coach for the Wolverines, and this is a great, I gotta first say what a great setup here at this press day. I wish more schools would do something like this.
Thank you.
This is a phenomenal idea. The girls, I'm sure, are eating this up.
I think so.
How are you feeling overall about this team?
Oh, about the team. I was going to say physically. I'm tired.
We're all tired.
That's right. Really well. We competed in the ADM Fall League the last 4 weeks. Went 7-1 and won the championship. And it was kind of cool. The girls met at half court. The ADM coach came out and congratulated them and handed them a trophy, which was pretty cool. But feeling good. We spent a lot of time this summer where the whole message was get connected. And fortunately, we got a lot of these kids that play softball together. They play volleyball together. So coming into basketball season, all the work that they put in the summer, we're feeling pretty good about. As a team and as a culture, we're heading in the right direction.
How do you envision how Emma and Izzy are going to mesh together as offensive players?
Very well. Emma for us, her stature, her athleticism, we would consider her a big. But the style that we play, we don't really use position. So first and foremost, they were friends before she came here. I mean, she was already taking classes here. The girls know each other. They've meshed really well. But we talked about this last year. It was almost like we were just one player short. Nothing against the kids that we did have, but just one player short. And Emma adds that along with Ella and Maddie and all the freshmen and all of our returners. We feel like we meshed pretty well as far as being able to run different actions or sets or pressing. I mean, we've got a lot of length now. We're able to do a lot more things, be a lot more versatile both sides of the ball, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, normally you lose 4 starters and you're thinking, what are we going to do?
Right.
But, you went into the portal, which I'm sure you've heard.
Oh, yeah.
But we're sorry to see the OM district go.
Absolutely.
I mean, but that's the nature of the beast these days, and school districts come and go depending on their size. So their loss is your gain.
Yeah.
And to get the Boswell sisters and Maddie Thompson and others, I mean, how that's just got to re-energize you and re-energize your players that are coming back.
It made the summer a lot more fun, and we've been very fortunate since the year we went to state where a lot of our youth players will go to our games even if it's on the road. So I mean, we're not having to, you think about, okay, we've got more, for the first time I've been here, we've got more new kids than returners. That's going to be stressful, and it hasn't been because they are all well aware of how we do things, how we play together, the style we play, what Amy and I talk about as far as culture and family and all those things, to where they've all kind of bought in already. So I feel like we can kind of hit the ground running come Monday and continue to build on that, and very excited.
How do you feel just about some of your other returners that are back, seniors, other young players, and how they will fit into this year's team? Sure.
So, seniors are always special. I mean, we've had a year where we didn't have any. This particular class, Leah moved here a couple years ago, Stonebreaker. Obviously, Emma's here now, Boswell. But the others, Kennedy, Casey, Caroline, Izzy, that group, Abby Zener, our manager, I coached them from 3rd grade up through our rec ball league into middle school when they had another coach. But this is the last class that I coached when they were youth, specifically, directly. So they mean a lot to my wife and me, and they've seen my son grow up. He's like a little brother to them. So, Leah has come in. I mean, if we statted it, I bet she probably leads our program in charges taken in a career. I mean, she's just one of those kids that if you asked her if she was good at basketball, she'd tell you no, but she actually does all the little things that make us better. She can shoot it, she just chooses not to. She's a very good rebounder, very good locker room kid. Caroline and Kennedy both have had knee injuries the last couple years. So I'm very excited that they're actually going to participate this season. Instead of just being a manager, they're going to try to get up and down with us. And, Casey Ford, sans another concussion, will finish her career with us and do some great things this year too. And then, we have a very exciting kind of a athletic freshman class, 6 of them, that come in with some length. They had a very good middle school career. We've got our sophomores, Kaylee and Taryn, who are returners that played varsity last year and got some minutes, both scored in games. So we've got a lot of new faces, but we also have a lot of experience. So it's like you said, it's a blessing.
And I should point out, other coaches, this is what the prep work I get from Brian Eisbach. He has this all on a little notebook thing here. This helps us out a lot. This is a message to other coaches. If you're watching.
It's one of those things that's kind of a living, breathing document we update it every year. I used to just give it to Stoney for the Wolverine cast, but I figured it'd be nice for some of you guys. We got so many new kids.
Yeah.
Kind of give you some backstory on all the kids and a little bit of what they bring to the table as players and teammates. So
how can you just describe what Izzy has achieved up to this point, and how, I mean, she even admits that she will give up as many points as possible to trade for wins, but at the same time, she was the #1 scorer of the state last year. She is probably going to be the all-time scorer, barring a miracle, this year in Nodaway Valley history, and that says a lot because Lindsay Davis was one heck of a player.
Maddox, yeah.
But what can you say? How has she evolved as a player coming into this her senior year?
Well, I could put an extension on the sentence that she led the state in scoring last year, but we only won 8 games. And there were times during the season where, we would talk, and she was frustrated that we weren't winning. And the thing about Izzy is her freshman and sophomore year, she set school records for assists in a season, assists in a game. I mean, there are literally several games on our schedule this year. You might see her get a triple-double or a quadruple-double. She wants to win, and she's been around this program as long as I have, and it means a lot to her. You see pictures of like the year we went to state, and she's on the bench screaming as loud as I am, engaged in the game. It would mean a lot to her to make a big run this year, and like you said, she's all about finding that. We always say there's nothing better than a sweet pass, and she subscribes to that for sure.
Do you feel like the new players have fit into the system that you want to run, or have you had to make some changes?
We really haven't had to make any changes. Like I said, they came in day one this summer. We went up to the DCG shootout, and it wasn't pretty. And the girls, we lost to Dowling's JV team that had 2 or 3 D1 prospects on it. And I'm all excited, and the kids are like sad that we lost. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I saw amazing things. And from that moment through the end of the summer to where we were up to Okoboji and we beat North Lynn and Unity Christian, to me that was a big deal. They really didn't know a lot about those programs and where they've been and what they're doing. And to me that gave a lot of insight to what we're capable of. And they have bought into, we like to run, we like to get wide and go, and having all 5 kids on the floor at any time being a threat is obviously good basketball and going to be fun to watch. These kids will be fun to watch this winter.
So I'll ask you the same question I asked Emma. How far can this team go?
2A is going to be tough. You've got Trainer and Riverside. I expect Mount Air to bump up. They're in the exact same spot we were last year, where if there's one school that doesn't have a girls basketball program, they're going to be 2A. ACGC is going to be back and tough. Our record's going to matter this year more than ever, because if you don't get a top 8 seed, you're playing a top 8 seed most likely to try to get to state. That's not in the conversation right now. Right now we're focused on winning the conference. Mount Air is going to be the team to beat for that. But I feel like if they continue to play with passion and joy and help each other out through all the good times and the bad, it'll be a fun year.
We'll see you on December 2nd. We'll be here broadcasting live. The Mount Air doubleheader, the boys as well. And so don't eat too much turkey. And happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And enjoy November, practice, everything. And best of luck throughout the season.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much for all your support and for coming. That's the thing. You mentioned the event that we're having here. Number one, it wouldn't be anything without the players and their families, but it wouldn't be anything without the media coming, and we appreciate the effort. So thank you. You did a hell of a job.
Brian Eisbach, head coach for Nodaway Valley girls basketball, with us here on KSOM KS95.